Hi, I'm Christine Dion from Mode Dion Cosmetics and Training, and today you're going to learn how to create flawless, polished looking skin. The best way to do that is with foundation, concealer, and powder, but there's a trick to that. So stay tuned, and I'm going to teach you how to have the greatest, smoothest looking skin. Okay, time to get flawless skin. First thing we're going to do, after of course we've cleaned up under our eyes and made our canvas all ready to go, we're going to put on our foundation. Foundation's very important. Even if you're a little performer and you don't really need too much, your skin's in good condition, you'll still need it around this area of the face. This is very important because that's where the cheek color goes on, and you still need a nice smooth canvas where you're going to be applying the cheek color. So we're going to put it on now. Kelly, all the little spots she needs it. And you really want this to look flawless because especially if you're a performer, you're up on stage, you want to have a flawless finish. And that's a #1 complaint for the competitive people, is that when they're up on stage performing, their skin isn't flawless. They start to look blotchy. So you'll always want to make sure to put your foundation, concealer, and powder on. I'm using one of my foundation brushes to do this, and I love these because you really get a nice even spread with your foundation. You can also use sponges, but sponges do absorb a lot of the product, so you go through it a little bit faster, whereas a brush won't do that. You really, the best of all, can use your fingers, and fingers are warm, so they help to spread the foundation a little bit more evenly as well. I'm using an oil-free, oil control, golden undertoned foundation, and what this will do is absorb light, just like we talked about the matte finish on the eyes and our other instructional on getting your stage eyes. You need matte products to absorb light. These yellow undertone, which cuts the red, lights will often make you look pinky. This will not only cut the light, all of that heat, make you look nice and polished, but it will also stay looking fresh, so you won't have to do so much powdering all the time. Of course, you know that the mineral makeups will reflect light and make you look too shiny. That goes for both the liquid and the powder. So always use a matte, oil-free, yellow undertoned powder when applying your makeup. Now, after you get your foundation on, there's still a few spots that you might want to add a little bit more, and you can easily go over it by using your foundation just in little spots. So that would be a good time to have your brush, because you can really get the coverage when using a makeup brush. When you apply your foundation and your powder, always apply it downward strokes. That helps the product spread more even because of the direction your hair is growing. So you're going to find it's a much smoother effect when you go in the direction of the hair. Also apply your foundation before your concealer, as concealer will dissipate under foundation and you'll get rid of all of that hard work that you had done before. Nice. All right. We're going to put on a concealer now in a nice yellow undertone. You can see this color gives us a nice golden yellow undertone just where she needs it. And of course she needs it just through here. This is where everybody pretty much needs it. And even if you're a little performer, usually you'll have some dark circles, so you'll want to apply just a little bit underneath the eye area. Lastly, when you're working your way out after covering the inner part, come out this way, only sparingly. I try to clean off my brush really good and then blend out here. You don't want a lot of makeup collecting in that outer corner because when you're smiling, it'll look like wrinkles. Patting is the key to coverage. Pat where you want to cover and blend out where you don't. That's the key to good blending. And look up, and you're right under here, beautiful. And come towards me, beautiful. And we're just blending in right where she's dark, spreading it out where she isn't. perfect. So the less you have on it, the better. Try not to cover a blemish with a concealer. You always use something that's designed for a blemish. A blemish cover-up works really good for covering up little breakouts or little scars. Don't use a concealer there because concealers have oil in them. That's what is really designed to be used around the eye area, not on a breakout. Gorgeous. After your foundation, I like to go onto the lips too with it. Set it with your face powder. Face powder should also be a golden undertone. And if you're very light in here, you might want to put some foundation in this area as well. Don't neglect under your chin. Take your powder, always tap it off in the lid, and then blend downward strokes. When choosing a foundation and powder, always match the body, not the throat, not this area. Match the shoulders, because that's the area that you're going to see most when you're performing. We're going to put false lashes and, of course, more of her stage face on. Afterwards, we did this just so it wouldn't get into the lashes. We do those last. But you can see how beautiful a proper canvas makes your whole look come alive.